Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 24-hour marathon for Child's Play. I am here taking over OvanSama as he is about to play in a game for the 5v5 community draft. I'm the FourCourtJester and I am helping him out today with all of this. I think we're all good with the stream. I don't see any dropped frames. Sorry about that earlier little glitch, but I am ready if the teams are ready. I know that they've been chomping at the bit to get this rolling, so let's say good luck, have fun, let's raise some money for charity, and yeah, let's just have a good time. I am set. If they're set, so helping out with charity, of course, is definitely something that we should all really keep in our minds. Here in Canada, in high school, they make us do 30 hours community service, and I really think that does set the tone for giving back to the community, those less fortunate, and the people over at Child's Play could not be a better target, raising money to help kids just enjoy themselves with video games. I mean, that is an awesome, awesome way to do it. And where is my League of Legends sound? There we go. Found it. So, OvanSama doesn't really have too much here for me other than I'm just going to be covering a few games. So, that is what I believe we will be doing. For science! I mean, charity. Yes, yes, for charity. Let me know how the sounds sound. I've put up the anti-cheat, so even if you guys are ghosting, you cannot see their summoners, and we will not be going over summoners until the 3-minute mark, where the spectator delay will be kicking in. But I do find it important just to point out on the page you guys are on, twitch.tv/OvanSama, and there is a chip in button, and guys, raising money for charity is a very noble cause, and I do applaud OvanSama for it. So if you do like his efforts, hit that button. Let's raise some money for these kids. Athene's doing it. He's doing it all year. He's close to that $1 million mark now. And just raising money for kids is just, it's an awesome thing. So, my hat's off to these gentlemen. Alright, what do we got here? I have no idea whatsoever about any of the players, but Void King Havoc was messaging me a little bit earlier saying he's going to try to make it a little interesting. And in terms of making it interesting, they have banned out Kassadin, Darius, Nautilus. Darius, a very beast top lane at this point with all of his stacking damage, his true damage ultimate that resets. Have you ever seen him just go up like kind of like a pogo stick in a team fight? Up, down, kill, up, down, kill. It's very repetitive and really annoying to deal with. He's gone. Kassadin, a beast mid. And Nautilus seems to have a lot of steam behind him right now. Throw him out in there in the jungle or even a supportalist. He has been making waves. He's huge at MLG. He's like a Blitz, just better. That's, I think, the best way you could put this. I mean, he has the hook, he has the knockups, he has another knockup ultimate. He can get quite tanky, quite beasty. So those bans here coming out for the purple team. Team OvanSama, however, Shen, Morgana, Soraka. Morgana, a very beast mid. Definitely in the lower to mid elo ranges, a very common ban. Same with Shen. Shen is a split pushing master. A great top lane to boot. But it is that split push power into the late game that can really be very frightening for a team to deal with. So he's out of the picture. And Soraka, just because bananas. Pajamas in banana. Well, bananas in pajamas. We don't like pajamas. We don't like bananas. Soraka is on her way out. I banned Darius just for you, whoever you are. Hoi hoi hoi. Alright, so it does look like the Scourge of solo queue. OvanSama has taken the Shaco. So we're probably going to be seeing, I would hope that we would be seeing a little bit more visual tactics coming out of purple team because of that blink in that Shaco does have. It is really annoying and an excellent ganking tool, assuming he's out in the jungle. If he's going to be laning, he could possibly be going as a mid. A mid AP Shaco can really lay on a lot of harass, and we do have Kassadin and Morgana banned out in that regard. So whoever they do counter that Shaco with, really not too sure if he's going to be in the jungle or if he's going to be in the mid. I'm not too sure if I've ever really seen him bottom. I do know my friend GG Strato, who there is in the chat. He likes to run a very awesome bottom lane Shaco. It is a pleasure to watch, but you know, that's an AD Shaco for you. You mean Shaco can just go anywhere. I'm not going to tell you where he's going because we got the anti-cheat tools in, but let's just continue on. Void King Havoc taking the Alistar, a really decent support if you can combo them with a nice AD, and you can see Draven was the pickup for the AD slot. So that, it seems to me, that it's going to be a very offensive lane. The headbutt pulverize combo from Alistar into just the pure DPS that Draven can bring to a lane. So it definitely sounds like it's going to hurt. To counter that, Graves, probably the top tier AD in the high elo brackets right now. He's used pretty consistently, if not used, banned, and he's going to be paired up with Taric. And Taric, Graves sounds very much like a Taric Caitlyn lane a few months ago, back when China really did make it popular. He throw out the stun with the Taric, followed up with the AD, and then the Shatter combination, and of course Graves with his passive is going to be stacking up armor and magic resist to go with that Shatter aura that Taric does deliver. So it's going to be a very solid lane. We're going to have to see how that ends up. We do have a Riven, and I do see an Orianna. I'm kind of convinced Orianna will be hitting that mid, and Shaco, well, he might even hit top at this point. Riven, however, she could top, she could jungle. She's a really great character. She was really popularized by Darius for a while back, and especially back at IPL in honor of Christina V. So we could be going anywhere with those kind of pickups. To finish off the purple team, Jax has been picked up as well. He's a really good top laner, but he can also go off into the jungle with his dodge and his attack speed modifiers, of course. With the low cooldown, with the blue buff on overpower, or empower, my mistake, he can clear it at a decent rate. He has some pretty decent ganks if you don't have any kind of distance openers or distance closers, because he can just jump on you with the stun ready to roll. And there you go, now you can see those summoner spells. The last pickups here were Fizz and Lux, both with flash heal, I might add. So I'm kind of thinking, now that you can see the summoner spells, I had to kind of keep it generic. I didn't want to give anything away. We are going to be seeing Fizz, top, Draven, and there's no jungle on purple. Unless somebody's jungling... never mind. There's an Alistar. Okay, so they're just screwing with me. I'm assuming then Fizz bottom as a support, or Lux bottom as a support. Whoever's not going to be supporting will be mid, down south will be Draven, jungle Alistar, and up top Jax. Jungle Alistar really came out of the woodwork out of EU. Snoopy, man, he just really popularized that, and it is a scary ganking cow. I'm going to refer to him as the battle cow. I love the battle cow. It could be Lux support. I have seen Fizz support as a kill lane. Fizz Leona or Fizz Lee Sin. Try it out sometime, especially with the Lee Sin. Fizz Lee Sin lane is a ping pong lane. You have so many different jumps and dashes, and go to your enemy, go to your ally, throw out the Hadokens. It's really disorienting to play against, and it can really, really hurt against some of the more traditional AP healers. On the flip side, Team OvanSama here, he will be a jungle Shaco as expected, and that will leave Riven to head up top. Graves Taric, that terror lane bottom. Graves is rocking that heal, excellent to see, and we do have the flash exhaust on Taric, so top form, guys, and that will leave us with an Orianna mid. So again, this is all for charity. It's part of the 24-hour marathon for Child's Play. This is the OvanSama channel, and he is going to be rocking quite a few games. I think I'll be here, he said, more or less 2 hours, so I'm assuming we're looking at maybe 2-3 games, and of course, you know, any feedback is appreciated. If you guys like what you hear, consider chipping into the Child's Play, because this is all for the children, and it is sponsored as well by TeamSpeak. So big props to these guys, big props to Shaco. We're going to have to see what he can do in this round, and yeah, I'm excited. I know we got big events going on, the GESL, we got DreamHack. I do know Dominate Dominion should be wrapping up soon, so there's a lot of places you could be, but again, thank you guys for coming out to support OvanSama in his quest for charity on this busy esports weekend. Just looking at chat. If you guys have any questions, feel free to hit them up. We got about 20-30 seconds. When we do enter the game, I do have to put up a logo somewhere for Child's Play and TeamSpeak. So I'm going to pause it at the very beginning. So we're not exactly going to be at that 3-minute live mark, but at the same time, as long as they don't spoil it in chat, we should be fine. So yeah, even Lulu's coming out to support the children today. Have you tried Riven Darius bottom lane? I can see Riven with their distance closers plus the damage and then into a stun could really set up a Darius, or Darius could just pull them into the stun and then Riven can go to town. That definitely sounds like a very decent combo. Again, it does sound like another kind of kill lane that you can throw out into the wild. There's a lot of kill lane potentials that just really don't seem to penetrate those high elo barriers, but that does not mean whatsoever that the more normal or the more accepted elo rangers could not use them. Alright, it's a LoL spectator. Add media file. Oops. Alright, here we go. Child's Play and TeamSpeak. I don't really know where to put it yet, so we're just gonna let them load in. And I'm gonna pause the game, however, so we don't miss anything. And you guys are listening to the FourCourtJester. This is just my normal streaming setup stuff. OvanSama didn't say he had anything special, so I just quickly made that graphic. Pause that game. Let's put this guy down here. Yep, I think that'll work. Alright, so 3, 2, 1. Let's get this party rocking. In the red corner in the top right hand side, Team Void King Havoc coming out here. Team captain did the picks, did the bans, and we're gonna have to see what they can bring to the table. In the bottom left, in the blue corner, Team OvanSama playing for Child's Play and TeamSpeak, raising the money for the children. We're just gonna get off to our normal antics. It does look like everyone's just gonna be filtering into their jungles, more of a defensive position. No invades, no fun invades. See, with a Nautilus or a Blitzcrank, you can almost exactly expect an invade because, we do have those distance displacers. Blitz hook can almost guarantee a first blood. Same idea with the Nautilus hook. You can just bring him in, get those kills, and off to an excellent start. But we do have a little bit of an invade. We do have Void King Havoc up in the top. Can he actually see what's going on here? I've not seen any pings, and it does look like we have lost someone. Jackson going to come in here, but no, he's going to run into the enemy team. And again, running into enemy teams, no fun whatsoever. Well, that's going to be a quick red then for OvanSama. Yeah, he says, "Sup, what's up, buddy?" Yeah, Jack's running into the entire team. You don't even need a Blitzcrank hook. You don't need a Nautilus hook. You can just have to face check the bush. Now, in terms of these openers, this was a 4-1 split from Team Red, but at the same time, it was an all or nothing here for Blue. So everyone stacked up on Team Blue, and they were together. Here, the 4-1 split, if you can find that one split, it's almost guaranteed a kill. If it's not a kill, it's guaranteed you've used your summoner spells, which means either way, you're at a disadvantage, and you've lost the early advantage. So, c'est la vie. First blood goes out to Graves. He picks that up. He will be heading off to lane with the boots and Doran's blade, and that is going to be making the life a little bit harder for the Draven Lux combo. It does look like Fizz mid, but here comes Oven with the red buff for the second kill on top of Void King Havoc. Can he get it with the exhaust? Sorry, the ignite. And it will be the ignite. The health potion was not powerful enough to counter that, and I'm a little curious why Jax went a little too far out. OS the Living, the Battle Cow comes in here. We do get the heal bait, but it is going to be a kill for Graves. Is it going to be? No. Battle Cow does get out of range. We do have the 3 men now turning back onto Graves. We've already used the heals, so not exactly the most successful gank I've ever seen, but it was with the blue, and it was at, I believe, level 2. Yeah, so we did have the combination. I didn't actually see the combination performed by the Battle Cow, but at the same time, everyone's getting really hurt. They're all going to have to back off, and at the same time, this allows Graves to farm under his tower, which means he is getting experience while we're getting all this. overall it seems to be a big advantage bottom lane for Team Blue. Now mid, Oven has come to cover, I guess. Oh, Oriana's not here. Pyrotex. There we go. Yeah, so he's not going to be off in the jungle. He's not exactly built to really deal with this Fizz, but he's going to try to make do, just hold the lane for Oriana until she does come back. Up top does look like Riven really pushing in nicely, and at the same time here bottom, it has now gotten more to a little bit normalcy in the lane. Alistar is off on his jungle. Stutzman is level 3, same as Void King, so despite 2 kills upon the Void King, he's actually keeping up with the levels. Not exactly in the farms, well, believe it or not, indeed with the farm, 7 apiece. Riven does, however, have cloth armor to counter the early Jax damage, so we're going to have to see what Jax can pull out of his hat. All he does have is those boots, already used all the health potions, and yeah. Oriana, welcome back to the game. 5 health potions coming out here. She will be a little bit behind this Fizz. Fizz, of course, is level 4 to the 1, but no, there's a gank up top. The Battle Cow with the Ignite. Oh, he's going to turn back around. We tried to get the stun from Stutzman into the tower range, but the Battle Cow too far. 0 for 2. 2 ganks, 0 kills, 0 for 2 right now on the Alistar, but it's a good effort. Going for it. This Fizz is just actually picking on Pyrotex. Does get the flash out of there. Level 4 to level 1. You are going to have to play a little bit more defensively there, Oriana, if you do want to, keep that lane presence. But at the same time, it looks like, health-wise, she is holding her own. Stutzman just getting those health pots back up, trying to trade a little bit here with the Void Havoc. I think she did successfully miss that stun. Could have been a very nasty kill had that actually landed. But here's the headbutt pulverize, and that is one dead Oriana. She does not have any flash, and Iden is going to be picking that one up. Very mean of them to pick on this Oriana, but at the same time, it's up to the team to help her out. Bottom lane does look like Lux getting out by the skin of her teeth, throwing out the shield. She will be a-okay, but this bottom lane is just getting more and more pushed back. Tarek going off to Pink Ward. There is nothing there, so he's okay with that. And again, with the Scourge of the solo queue, that Shaco, in this game, you either have to have a good team ready to call out if they ever see him, and as well, you need to be throwing out a lot of wards to counter the mobility that Shaco can really bring to the table. Right now we have 0 ward coverage. This is exactly what Team Red can see in the map. 0 wards out there, except the top one that we just got right there from Jax. Yep, newly planted. So he's not going to be really falling for any kind of these Shaco ganks, but we are going to need to get more coverage here to keep a tab on Shaco, because he is really going to be what can go wrong in this mid for Fizz, or what can go wrong for Jax. Right now, top lane, bottom lane does look like Team Blue is, doing well in them. Oriana now up to level 3. She is going to take some big flag here. Here comes Oven, however. Is he going to be able to throw it? But is it going to be enough? Red buff goes off. We do got the exhaust. Here comes Alistar, however, and that is going to be a lot of damage landing on top of Oriana. It does look like the damage passive from that Fizz, and it does tick down over time, kind of like Gangplank, a little bit like Shaco. It will be enough to just take out the glass cannon doll. So yeah, Oven coming in mid. Unfortunately, he didn't really have that much mana. He was able to get off the knife, but the shiv. But unfortunately, it was not enough for Fizz. Fizz is also very mobile, has a lot of ways to cancel out damage. Draven going to town on top of Tarek, but here comes Graves. Not exactly a lot of deeps. I do like the Lux support role, I really do, but I'm not too sure if it's going to be enough to solidify the kill onto Tarek up top. It does look like Oven's here with Stutzman. We are going to be finding Void King Havoc, but in comes the Alistar. We do get the flash going out from the Void King, and now he is going to jump right back in with the Leap Strike. Stutzman and Oven do have to run. We do get a nice stun off onto the Battle Cow, and we turn back onto him for some strange reason. We don't have the mana for a combo. We are going to be able to Leap Strike with the Ignite. Will be enough. And now that gets Void King, the red and the blue. Oh, the clone so very close to taking down the Void King. But yeah, that's the first kill to his name. That could actually really bring Jax back into this top lane. With a red and a blue, he does have the lifesteal ready to roll, which means he should be able to just trade pretty decently with that increased cooldown and the red buff ticks on top of Oriana. It does look like we're still picking on mid. Pyrotex did eat a shark to the face. Level 6 for the Fizz, level 4 for Pyro. Not exactly having the best of lanes, but we do got a ping down. Blue buff is back up. OWAS living is going to be able to give this off to Fizz, and Fizz is going to dominate that mid unless Orianna can make something happen. There we go. Picks it up. Oh, he even has a Sheen to boot. Oh, that is nasty. All you have to do is just acrobatics your way in, get off an attack, and that Sheen is just going to double that damage, more or less. It will be an AP Fizz. Okay. 9, 10%, 24% cooldown reduction with that blue buff. Orianna's going to have the time of her life, but here comes Shaco. We are going to try to land some big damages, but again, he can just acrobat all his way out and playful it out. I like acrobat better. It's a bit more apt. Now here we go with the red and the blue. Oh, we don't have a blue anymore. Okay. Void King, only with the blue. That's odd. I thought Oven had blue and red. Okay. Even with the red buff, Jax can still try to... He has to make something happen. He's 1-2-0. 1-0-1 for the Riven, so... He's going to need to try to make something happen in that top lane. I got to give it up to Alistar so far. Some excellent ganks coming down the line. He has been able to really keep his team into this after that first blood. And then the second blood from the top lane. So you can see the trades going on there. We do got the stun coming down on top of Lux. Here comes Oven. It's not going to be enough. We did bait out that flash. We are going to be landing some big damages on top of Lux, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Are we going to go for the tower dive? Unfortunately, no. Draven can still put out a decent hit, and here comes Fizz with the blue. Oven's going to run right into him and realize, okay, I got to go the other way, but he will be able to just shunpo on out of that. Deceive. It's the same thing. Pyro's now just trying to get a little bit of CS here mid, but we do got the Battle Cow just sitting there looking pretty, keeping the lane shoved, trying to make her hit under the tower. And speaking of those trades, check it out up top. Jax really bringing this back. There's the leap strike, but he is going to not hit with that stun. But still, he is doing an excellent job of really trying to zone out this Riven. If he can actually, he's caught up in the creeps. If he can start surpassing her, could start seeing a snowbally Jax, and that is a scary thing to witness, ladies and gentlemen. Draven doing some fun times in this bottom lane. Does look like Fizz went back, a little bit of a shopping spree, does have the Sork shoes ready to roll. We're 11 minutes in, have not really seen any kind of interest here for the jungle. And again, it is a fairly light warding scenario. At this point, I don't think that the ganks from Shaco have been effective enough to really put the enemy team in any kind of state of fear. Which means that, well, they're not too concerned about the warding situation. Jax must be very happy with this top lane. He's pushing it in. He's now surpassed Riven in the creep score count. In fact, the top CSer of the game right now is Fizz in that middle lane. That's not too much of a surprise, though, because he has had it fairly easy in terms of pressure. With that escape mechanism at his disposal, he knows that he can get out of these ganks. He can push really hard and just feed his creeps into the enemy tower. Now, we are going to have some big damage landing on top of Draven, but we are out of mana from Graves, which means he can only do that one jump. And Stuzzman, unfortunately, still trying to trade here with the Void King, but we do got the exhaust coming out from Shaco. Have to get that flash from the Void King. Does Void King have any wards? He does not, which means he cannot leap strike until he gets to these creeps, which he's going to have to do. Oven is going to go for the dive, however. Use the clone. Try to tank the tower. Unfortunately, the tower kind of figured him out, but we do get that kill. We're going to be throwing out the Shaco clone for... Oh, we bait out the shark! Excellently played, Oven, but no, we do have Fizz coming on in, and this could be a very different, dire situation. There we go. Bait out that flash. Aiden gets the kill with the dash. Oven, I like the bait, man. That was some excellent clone bait at the same time. I wasn't too sure what your backup plan from there was. Bottom lane looks like we had a lot of flak. I'm actually just going to back that up 30 seconds so we can take a look at it. Does look like full health. They are going to go for the tower dive. Alistar with the ultimate. Lux throwing out all that harass. But yeah, there's OvanSama dying. Yeah. So we got Alistar coming around from behind. He's going to try to headbutt them into his friends, and he is very successful about it. We keep him in place, but there comes the Summoner heal as well as the Taric heal, and unfortunately the tower just dealing too much damage to this enemy team. They cannot secure the kill on top of this combo. Lux the only one with real health. Alistar, well, Alistar 3 assists, but this bottom lane seems to be pretty ungankable at this point. Here we go. Here's some wards. We're going to be warding off this red. Here comes Orianna going to be trying to find this Lux. I'm not too sure they actually know she's there. They know now, but does not look like Taric's going to be very interested in stunning her. Orianna's going to continue chasing on into here. There we go. There's the stun. Pyro going to be coming out here with the ultimate to boot, trying to body block. We do have the flash from Lux getting on out of that. Excellent positioning from her part with that snare. It's not enough, though. That ball, you cannot snare the ball, guys. The ball wants to play. Good kill there for Orianna, actually putting her on the board. 1-2-0, 53 creeps with the double Doran ring, which is probably the correct items that you do want to get when you are behind. Just stack the Dorns until you can get back into more of a fighting shape, and then from there just sell them off, get those bigger items back. And she was disconnected for a while. You can see Void King, however, going to town on top of Stuzzman up top. And that Jax, this is why Jax top lane is very revered at this point. Bottom, we do have a fight. Out goes the Shark. Unfortunately, does not hit anyone. Graves not exactly in an optimal position. We got the Dragon slamming on him a little bit, but he doesn't care. He has all those stacks from his passive ready to go. The Flash Pulverize from OS a living. And he's going to get out of this as they do insta-give that Graves, but they take out the Shaco clone. Oven is very good with this clone. Are we going to see a flash from Taric? Yes, we are. And, oh no, Fizz! Fizz went for it! A little bit greedy. A little bit greedy. Does not get over that edge. Is he going to get out of this? Oh, it does. Nope. I wasn't going to say he does it. Nope. Not at all. That ball, man. That ball is like a sixth member of the team. You cannot discount it. So a little bit too greedy there on the Fizz part, but he was able to insta-give the Grave. So I got to say he's pretty happy about that. We don't have Fizz here to take blue. I'm not too sure what we're going to do with it. Are we going to give it to Alistar? Does look like Alistar is going to take it. Yep. Fizz, you lost your privileges for blue, sir. And now you've given it to the Battle Cow. So all that was going on. Does look like the Dragon will live another day. 15 minutes in. 5-5 is the score with 400 gold difference. It's a pretty close game, guys. Even with that disconnect, the Orianna is really bringing it back. She's up 2 kills now, triple Doran's rings. She should be in some pretty decent shape to fight off this Fizz now and really start contributing back to the team. Her items are going to be a little bit later. What's this Draven ult doing? Just farming, I guess. And it comes back! I love that ult. It's hilarious. But yeah, she's coming back. 2 kills now to her name. The only person on the blue team that has not died is actually top lane Riven as well as bottom lane Taric, and the other team we do got bottom lane Draven and the jungle Alistar. It's really hard to kill an Alistar. He just gets so bloody tanky, and now he is rocking the triple gold per 5 or gold per 10. So he has the health, he has the AP, which helps him heal, he has the health and mana regen, which just allows him for that longevity, plus now he's gaining 15 gold every 10 seconds. I have to wonder what his first item will be. He did take boots and mobility, going to be a bit more mobile, trying for, I assume, some more of these ganks. And speaking of ganks, this top lane, look at this. We do got the Fizz waiting in the wings. Jack's going to be trying to bait out Stuzzman into a fight. Here comes the Battle Cow. Stuzzman knows he has to get on out of dodge. Do we have a fish? A perfect fish from that headbutt, and Stuzzman is not looking so good. He will be dropping into this 3-man gank. Excellently coordinated from Team Void King. And Oven and Orianna does look like we're going to cluster now for a Dragon. When you see 3 enemies top, Dragon sounds like a perfect opportunity. Oven's clone will be tanking it, or at least he wishes it was tanking it. He's actually the one doing it. But the 5-man or 4-man collapse, yeah, Shaco counts as 5, right? As the 4-man collapse, they get themselves a Dragon, so an excellent grabbing of an opportunity right there. I would really not go that way, Orianna. I really would not. But Lux, however, is going to be trying to just stall them out. This could be devastating for Orianna. Just finally getting back into this game. She is now getting really surrounded, and the Lux laser coming out. Not exactly in time for the kill. It will be going to Jax, but now we're going to be chasing Team OvanSama back to their tower. Does look like Shaco, however, trying to do a little bit of a distraction, saying, hey guys, I'm mid, come get me mid, don't dive this bot. But hey, they're doing it, they're diving this bot. Graves not looking so good, there goes that summoner heal again. Draven, however, is going to be popping that ghost. We do get off the vision deny, trying to buy those few precious seconds for Graves. Excellent combo on top of that Taric, however, and maybe we do need to switch focus. Fizz, however, is going to go right behind the tower. He should be able to secure a kill onto that Taric. He does land the damage even after that flash, and after Iden flashes in, he will be securing that kill. Fishy Yordle thing, too strong. 6-1-1, has majority of the kills on his team with that Sheen. He's a burst master at this point. So he came up top, he got the kill, he came bottom and gets another, and that is how you make things happen. Going for a third, not entirely too sure what you're doing here, Orianna, but go for the battle cow. OvanSama will be able to deceive over the wall and grab that. He even stands in the way of the fish, could be able to just really return the damage on top of Iden, but it is not going to be enough to save Orianna, as again, that burst potential. This Fizz is a scary, scary little Yordle thing. Is he actually a Yordle? He might be a Yordle. I don't know. He's a weird looking thing though, and he is up 7-1, doing excellent in this game. Void King does look like he is getting pushed back a little bit, and Oven going to be trying for the kill on top of Iden, but again, the playful trickster comes out, gets him out of that dangerous situation, and this is why Fizz has no fear whatsoever right now from the Shaco. Oh, Shaco's ganking me. Oh, playful trickster. Ha 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 ha. He just laughs all the way home, that's all he does. I was going to make that a rhyme, but then I realized I can't rhyme, so my apologies. We're almost up to the 20-minute mark, where we're going to do a quick little analysis of how the lanes have been doing, but we're going to watch Stuzzman get slammed into the wall from the headbutt. Out comes the pulverize. Stuzzman going to be out of that laser. Excellent dodge. Oven and Orianna in the mid, however, are going to take this opportunity to go for the kill, but the flash headbutt is going to be a kill for the Battle Cow, who's up now 1-1-8. That flash seems to come up a lot for him. Must be running utility spec instead of more defensive jungle. But Draven not looking so good here. Are we going to see the Graves ultimate? Oh, it's just not going to be enough. And now, however, Graves is going to get bursted. Takes a shark to the face. And then Void King actually gets the top. This Fizz is playing immaculately. And now that top lane is down, Riven, unfortunately, not looking so hot, but we're going to pause the game very quickly. We're at the 2020 mark, 11-6 with a 3k gold difference, 2 towers to 1. We're going to look at the top lane analysis right now. So join me here in the bottom. Riven, 87 creeps, does have a BF sword with the Ninja Tabby, has raised herself 4,597 gold, and you know, she started off really strong. Jax, however, 2 very quick deaths, has bounced back very nicely to 232 with 103 creeps and even more money than this Riven. So right now at the 20-minute mark, where you do want to kind of, you know, have a nice item advantage, you want to try to aim for that big item for the 20 minutes. I gotta say, Jax has come back spectacularly. 5,200 compared to the 4,500, really outplaying this Riven. He has been getting a lot of team support, but that's why you have a team to give you support. Mid lane, Orianna, she was not here for a while, 241, 1,000 gold, currently 4,900 earned. Thumbs up. Fizz, however, clearly winning the lane and the game, 8-1-1, 89 creeps, but has 6,500 gold. He has been doing, as I said, immaculate. 6,500 compared to the 4,900. That's almost a BF sword or a needlessly large rod. That's the difference between the two APs at this point. Bottom lanes, Arteric, you know, 0-1-3, 2 creeps, 3,800 gold, relying a lot on these assists, a lot on gold per 10, and at the same time, Lux, 0-1-3 with 7. They're more or less equal, but I do think that the extra gold, maybe it's just when they got these, but at this point, I mean, there's almost no difference between Taric and Orianna score-wise, creep-wise, item-wise, but Taric has 3,800 gold to his name compared to the 3,100 of our Lux. So I'm not too sure how that works, but Tarek has a little bit more of a money advantage. That leaves us with our AD carries. Where is our AD carry? Here's Draven. Draven, 003, not the best of scores, has 81 creeps. It's a little low for the 20-minute mark. You probably want to be over 100 creeps by the 20 minutes, has 4,100 gold to his name. On the flip side, Graves, who I think is dead right now, 91 creeps, has 4,500 gold to his name. So, not exactly a spectacular lead, but it's a lead nonetheless. Our junglers, I think you got to give up to the Battle Cow at this point. 1,186,000 gold. That's a lot of gold for a Battle Cow, compared to our Shaco at 4,800. So that's where all this gold rates the 3,000 lead, and now we're back to the game. Orianna's going to be heading on back after the massacre that was Graves. Graves got a little too offensive there. Did get under that tower, tried to dive the Draven. Unfortunately gets denied. And again, looking at his items, he has not finished up anything with that BF sword. I assume with a Graves, in a game like this, you're not exactly CSing spectacularly, and even if you are, you got 2 deaths to your name in 20 minutes. It's not terrible, but at the same time, you know, he has been dying. I can't imagine a Bloodthirster is going to be coming out of that. We also have no Vamp Scepter. So I'm assuming that he's looking for that IE. I mean, that's a pretty typical thing for an AD carry to be grabbing. And he has not actually finished any other parts to that. And again, we did just look at the gold. And the gold, not really that kind to him either. I mean, 4,500. It's the same situation, however, for Draven, although it does look like Draven is going to keep his BF sword and maybe go for the Zeal first, because he does have that attack speed crit. What is this cow doing behind us? Yeah, it is warded. He does have that oracle, so he does see the ward. He does know he has been found out. That could have been an immense gank onto this mid to go with this tower. But make no mistake, that tower is definitely gone. Now, we did lose the Riven tower up top, so she has been putting down some pretty extensive wards. She really wants to ensure she has a nice early warning system if she is going to be getting ganked, because she does not have the safety of her tower to run back to. So without that tower, she is very susceptible to these ganks, which is why you see those wards coming out. She should have been able to see Jax, but she let him jump on him anyways, and that could be a really bad idea, because he's just going to keep jumping on her. And again, she has no safety net. Does look like Void King, however, is going to choose for the farming option, as well as the more defensive option. He has his Gunblade. He started off 0-2, and he still got that Gunblade before Riven could even finish off a Bloodthirster. That is impressive farming, my friends. Impressive farming. Red buff does look like Oven was here, but Oven, oh dear. They take down the clone in fairly short order, and he just does not have that cooldown to jump over the Baron Pit. He will be dropping to this 3-man gank. LOL. Yeah, tried to take the enemy red, was not successful, unfortunately. And that puts us at a score. You know, that score was 5-5, like 5-6 minutes ago. Now 12-6. 12-6. Team Void King really bringing this back into their favor. No, 4K gold lead is nothing to sneeze at 20 minutes, and they are up, 3 towers to 1. Now they have not gotten a dragon, and the dragon is back up, so that's about the only thing to the Team Blue name that has not been taken by Team Red. Tarek with the oracles, he's going to be wandering around trying to rob vision at this point, and you can see more wards on the map. Oh dear, this could be bad. Hi Tarek, yeah. Yeah, Tarek is not going to be going into that. Here's the vision for Team Red. So we have actually debunked a lot of their wards at this point. Oh, this could be bad. Draven getting caught out. Takes an ultimate to the face from the Orianna, but Orianna might be on the menu. She is going to be flashing out. We are not going to be going for that. No, Oven again. Going to get robbed his objective. 0 for 2. Even the ward is going to get found out here by Alistar. Now, are we going to see some kind of crazy steal coming back in? We are going to lead the dragon out, make sure he cannot deceive in, and steal it, and they will be securing it here at the 24-minute mark, which means we'll see the next one around 30-15. 1 for 1 for the dragons. They did give up Draven for it, but at the same time, they also lose that top tower. So because Jax has not been really paying a lot of attention to the top ever since he has won the lane, we have now actually evened it out. Riven picks up some nice global gold for the team. It looks like she's going to head back town. Is she going to get her a Bloodthirster? Yes, she is. The Bloodthirster now finishes up, and not too sure what she's going to go for next. She is going to get some wards. She could easily go for the Brutalizer. She could go for more damage, or she could now start tanking up very nicely. I do know some of them, if they're on a roll, could just go straight for a second Bloodthirster, but she's not on a roll. She's actually not exactly flush with money at this point. So I would suggest a bit more defensive. You can see Graves now picks his Bloodthirster up at 25-11. So not an IE, just a really late Bloodthirster. Again, money not exactly on their side at this point, but it is 12-7. One ace could easily bring us back to par. So we're going to have to see if our blue team can set something up like that. Now we do have them here in the jungle. They have done the invading. Alistar leading the way, making sure there's no wards. But because of that, we do know they're there. Oh, Ovan throws in his clone again, and these guys just take the bait. They're hungry for that OvanSama blood. I gotta say though, using the clone like this as a scout, I mean, I think we've done that 3-4 times very successfully now from our Shaco player, and I gotta give him thumbs up to that. His first item is now actually completed. I don't consider Wriggles a first item, but he has gone for the Youmuu's Ghostblade. So it is more of an AD variety of Shaco, and at the same time, because we have no wards here, we know that this Baron is not observable except by me, and that Baron is going to be going down pretty much uncontested. Yeah, I'm not even, no pings went out. We have no vision up there at all for Team Blue. We got Team Red now actually pinging down the blue, saying, hey, it's up, let's grab this. Jax, however, has ruined the surprise. He's come up top to say hello to Riven. No, Riven, no! You're falling right into their hands. Yeah, Stuzzman is toast. I am really glad he did not flash. If he had flashed over that, he still would have died, and he just would have lost the flash. So, yeah, that was a really good play by Jax, how forcing her up, and then she went bot right into their hands. Because if they had forced her up and to recall, they still would have gotten this tower. So a misplay there by Riven. We do know, however, the entire team is here, and they do have that Baron, and it's going to be very hard to set up a defense without Shaco. Shaco is not there. He's split pushing. He's not a Shen. He could not get back in time for a defense, so he is willingly giving up this defense in terms of getting that title. He wants to go for the fair trade, and he has actually successfully gotten that fair trade, because it does look like the enemy team has backed off. Even with a 5-on-3 scenario, they backed off with Baron. Not too sure that was the right move. Shaco was going to be stuck there for a while regardless. I really think they could have taken an inhib on a 5-on-3 situation. Because Shaco's not there, Riven was dead. Really think they could have taken that. I really do. Now, we do got the bait here in the mid, but we also have really the trap coming down. I think he showed himself right there. With Alistar going through this jungle, he knows that he is not being seen because there are no wards, which means he could have easily completed a sandwich trap on anyone that took the bait of these three mid. I mean, Jax is definitely showing himself bottom, and he's going to be making a big show pushing it, successfully trying to split push the lanes. If these guys had tried to do a 5-on-3 initiate against the team that is this far forward, I think they still would have lost. Unfortunately, right there, Ovan did not get hit by that laser. Alistar with the headbutt. Does not matter. Ovan is dropping really, really quickly. A lot of flashes come out, and the clone goes down. It does look like Jax has come up from the bottom. He's able to pick up the kill. Look at those assists. Om nom nom. Riven goes down yet again. Here comes the flash. Void King Havoc gives no cares today. He's going to be going 5-on-1, and it is going to be enabling Iden to pick up another kill, putting him up at 10-1-2. A nice quick 2-for-0 exchange, and now with the rest of this Baron buff, they will be pushing down this mid lane. Jax did get fairly hurt, but instead of going to town to, heal, he's just going to heal off the minions while ensuring that this pressure top lane adds up to the pressure bottom and the pressure mid that the teams are producing. Now again, we have a quick 2-for-0. They could have easily traded here anything. Did Oven flash for that? No, he doesn't have flash. Who flashed? Somebody just flashed. Maybe it was Draven. Yeah, Draven just flashed. Oh, they have 0-second cooldowns. That's cool. That's they didn't. Yeah, whatever. 15-7. That Baron buff turned out to be a real big, deal closer for Team Red. Team Void King coming out very nicely in a huge lead. 6,000 gold. Does look like Draven doesn't care for the Reds, so they're going to give it to the Battle Cow. As long as the enemy team doesn't have it, that's their aim. Does look like Baron is about to run out. Maybe 30 seconds left on it. And Oven is just going to be trying to take this time to do some damage here into this bottom lane, push it back out, and so they don't have to worry about it for the next upcoming team fight. Now again, Alistar circling behind him. He's actually going to run into Fizz. Fizz is currently too busy at blue, however. Here comes the clone. Oven, however, with really no chance. Good deceive, but the fish follows you, sir. Good deceive. That puts us up now 11-1. Fizz looking really strong. This Void King Havoc, however, with that Gunblade, has now finished up a Trinity Force, making him a true terror in these team fights. Jump in, stun everyone, get off the empowers, build your attack speed stacks, sit there, take the damage, dodge it all, and let the rest of the team just come on in. He is doing fantastic. 16-7. The pressure is on now. Team OvanSama really just confined to their half of the map. Indeed, maybe even their base. Tarek very bravely ventures forth, goes for the ward with that Oracle's. Was a very risky move. If he gets jumped on like a duck on a beetle, it goes down very quickly. That's almost no contest. That's the Youmuu's going out. OvanSama wants to try to make something happen here. He's throwing out some big deeps here onto Draven, uses the clone to try to get out of this, but the laser from Zenobel was going to be able to seal his doom. And it really did feel like he was about the only one in that fight. We do got that exhaust coming out onto the Void King. He takes the kill anyways. Tarek drops again as well. Here comes the trap closer, the Battle Cow with the headbutt pulverize. Gives the double kill to Void King. An excellent stun from Stuzzman allows him to live another day, but he is the only teammate left up to defend this mid, and Void King is going to have a field day if she does stick around. It's not looking good for Team OvanSama at this point. 20-9 with a 9k difference. We're about to take another tower. Stuzzman has to get out of dodge. And there goes the first tower inhibitor combo. The rest of the team not up yet. Look at the attack speed on that Jax. He works out. I work out. It's a great song. Draven has actually finished up that IE. Does not look like he went for a Bloodthirster at all. And now with that Phantom Dancer nearing completion, he hasn't really been too much of a character this round. 1-2-5, he's almost been invisible in terms of on the radar. It's really been this Void King and this Fizz player. Fizz with a Hextech, needlessly large rod, and a Lichbane. Crazy burst. That's all I can say to that. Right now, we have the Battle Cow virtually taking no damage. Oh, he blows out the ultimate, goes for the extra attack damage, I guess. He's really not taking any kind of flack. It's a little bit of a wasted ultimate. A great stun coming out on Stuzzman. Can he bunny hop his way to freedom? Yes! Yes, he can, with the help of Flash and the rest of his friends. But here comes Fizz. He has blood in his eyes, but he gets a little bit too greedy. We do drop him for the third death of the game, but here comes the rest of the team. They give no cares for these towers, but at the same time, OvanSama at the top trying to split push on top of Karadine. Gets himself a successful kill. 3-5-4 to that Shaker. He should be able to now split push that lane, but here comes the enemy team. They are not done with this lane by any means, but 3-on-4. They did lose now their Fizz, a big part of that burst damage. They are going to be trying to get back to dodge as OvanSama is now, still pushing this top. We have now probably told them the enemy team is missing. You might want to leave, and leaving he is going to do. I have no idea what Team Blue is doing here in the jungle, but that Alistar ultimate up yet again. Must be at full cooldown, but he's still not taking damage. He's just tanked up so miraculously well. Orianna finally putting him down on the plate for a burger. OvanSama is going to blow up. Ha! It was a clone. He loves doing that. It's not looking too good for Zenabel, and this could be a counter push of the ages, ladies and gentlemen. OvanSama going for the kill on top of Void King. Is he going to be able to get it? We do got a shark coming out. Unfortunately, it does look like the Void King will still alive. Yet again, the Draven ultimate coming out to help out with that Fizz, and that Fizz burst is legendary at this point. Here comes the playful Trickster. A good stun from Tarek. Should be the end of this fight. Draven doesn't think so. But, yeah, it's it. It's done. Wowzers. Let's take a deep breath after that. My goodness. 21-13. A lot of kills went up on the board there for Team Blue, which is excellent to see. They are not down and out of this yet, but they are still at a little bit of a disadvantage. Their mid inhib is still down. They're down 8,000 gold, and they still have to deal with this 12-3 Fizz, who hits like a truck. Oh, there we go. There's Fizz. Fizz right now rocking 304 ability power. He adds 304 attack damage every time that Lichbane procs onto his auto attack, which of course will be doing its own passive damage by itself. It's a scary burst. Throw that in with the playful Trickster with that Orca. Don't know what he's doing there, just trying to be a bit more offensive. But guys, it's the Baron bait. Baron is up. Both teams doing a little bit of a dance, trying to gain positioning on this coveted objective. We throw in OvanSama's clone again, and they fall for it yet again. Oh, it even lands on top of the shark. Not going to be hitting anyone. That's a lot of burst negated. OvanSama doing truly great things with his clone. We do take down that Fizz. Graves doing some big work. Throw out the stun, Stuzzman. Throw out the stun. You can do it. Void King go to jump back in, and Riven does finally shut him down. Draven and Lux are looking in a little bit of a dire situation, but here comes the Battle Cow, the savior of the team, throws OvanSama into the wall. A great crit comes out from that Draven, and again another headbutt. Oven is going to try to have to do the jukes of his life, because that is a very angry cow looking for his blood, and it does look like he is going to live at least another day for now. Carradine, don't know where you're running to, but Stuzzman is going to make sure you do not get there. Here goes the Ghost. Is he going to try to suicide into the fountain? Yes, I think he is. He is going to go for it. He's going to go all the way, baby. Nope, he's going to sit there. Okay, cool. Now he's going to do it. Oh! He's got the execution. GG, well played, sir. GG, well played. Looks like Oven went down to Lux. I did see the kill message, but that was just too entertaining from Draven. And this cow is still doing big work. They are having a heck of a time trying to deal damage. He does have that Shurelius. He also has that Frozen Heart and an Aegis of the Legion. 222 armor, 100 magic resist. This cow, man, he has like skin of steel. He just deflects everything with that fur. Poor Draven. Poor Draven. I like how he went for the suicide and then just to stop short, realized no one's chasing him. I kind of expected him to start going back at that point, but he didn't. And it was hilarious as he dodged the Graves damage for the suicide. 23-15, the score, 8,000 gold difference is still in effect right now. Team Red really still on their advantage. The inhibitor in the middle has actually respawned, so a little bit of a breath of relief for Team Blue as they don't have to deal with those super minions anymore, but it is still in an exposed inhibitor. It could easily get backdoored, but it does look like these team fights, we need every inch of skill from the Team Red in order to just break even. They are really being off-put by the Oven clone on a lot of these fights, and I gotta say, big props to that guy. Hosts a 24-hour marathon, throws out the clone for the lulz. Unfortunately, that was not lulz, as Orianna gets insta-give, and that means it's likely going to be a Baron for Team Red. Oven going to be trying to play a little bit of chase the Shaco, but they're not falling for it. There's that clone again. There's that clone. Is he going in first on purpose so that they blow up the clone behind him? Unfortunately, they're too smart for that. They do insta-give him down 3 on 5, and this Baron is dropping in leagues. 3,000, 2,000, 1,000, bam! I think the auto attack from Jax was the last hit there. This could be game, ladies and gentlemen. We got 40 seconds for Ivan, 20 seconds till Orianna does come back up, and we are making a beeline for this inhibitor combo. We could have the potential for the team fight of 5 on 3 for the next 20 seconds. We might be able to take 2 inhibitors out of this. We just cannot fight this power. Team Red looking really strong, sticking together, and they're just going to get the 1 inhib and back. Very interesting choice. Oh, with that ward, they can see the vision. Good flash from the Taric, but it's just not enough. Might they pay for it with the Void King? No, the Shark goes out, however. Does not hit anyone, and a great ultimate there from Graves, pushing back that Fizz. Graves getting now a little bit of that Orianna ball, and who needs creeps? Creeps are overrated. Alistar going to tank this tower. Barely takes any damage from it whatsoever. It does drop in successful manner. Here's the second inhib on the menu. OvanSama throwing out some big deeps on top of Lux, but Lux kiting him like a boss, and now this is not going to be good for Shaco or the blue team. The Battle Cow does go in. He gets pretty low, but it looks like he's safe for now. OvanSama throws in the clone yet again. These guys just do not know how to deal with the clones. That's for sure. Are we overstaying our welcome? I have to wonder. Void King with the stun does not get it off successfully on top of anyone. Oven even drawing away the creeps. Good guys, Shaco. Trying to keep this base alive a little bit longer, but 2 inhibs down and now on a little bit of a merry chase through the jungle. It means that he has successfully peeled the enemy champions. They are pinging down for the red, however, and I do think they will successfully get that. So Shaco will be able to get the top. Bottom is pushing in by itself. But yeah, all the objectives are still going to Team Red at this point, and that's furthering their lead up to the 10,000 gold mark. 26-15 as the score. 41 minutes into this game. This game is actually ending up really decent. You know, in the beginning with a 0-2 Jax, if they could have kept up the pressure, would have been a very different story. But the combination of Fizz, Jax, and Alistar are just doing work in this game. And, you know, it's all about the spirit to never give up, never surrender. And that's what you're seeing here from Team OvanSama in this late game. They are not done whatsoever. Sure, they might be down, but they're definitely not out. Going for the cow. The cow does throw down his ultimate. He's going to be singling out that Graves, and Graves will be dropping to a Draven crit to the back of the head, just like you see when you log into League of Legends. Stuzzman not looking so good either. These Baron buffs, red buffs, and snares are really starting to add up. Stuzzman going to be trying to go for the kill on top of Zenable, but is not going to be able to get it. Does look like Shaco, however, will be dropping to this deadly, deadly combos. We're not going to be chasing Orianna back into the base. We're saying, you go there. We don't want to deal with you. That was a quick 2-for-1 split, but oh, we're not done yet. Taric in the jungle with an Oracle's, no doubt. That is gonna sting. He drops into the dirt. Has a quick nap. He'll be back. Riven does look like she did successfully get out, but it is going to be a 2-man defense up against 4 fully Baroned red team experts, I gotta say. And they're probably just going to go for the game. We got super creeps in 2 lanes and 4 very deadly blades ready for taking the win. Nexus tower number 1 down. Number 2 melts like putty in a microwave. And Stuzzman gets really just deep on. Alistar going for the style points, going for the style points. Unfortunately, the Nexus didn't die, so he might even die at the end. No, he'll be okay. And there we go. There's our style points coming into effect. So good game, well played, with a score of 30-16 and a difference of 14,000 gold. Team Red very convincingly came back from that early game to take game number 1 of our series here on the 24-hour marathon for Child's Play stream. Laugh it up, Draven. Laugh it up. Bop. There we go. Excellent play from both teams. That was really excellent to see. And I do believe we have more than that just for you guys. I've been told I'm here for 2 hours. So buckle your seatbelts, ladies and gentlemen. We got another game coming your way. Gonna go say hi to OvanSama, find out what the deal is. But you are watching the 24-hour marathon for Child's Play, hosted by OvanSama. I'm the FourCourtJester, and I'm helping him out here with some excellent community games. So, guys, this is all for charity. Hit the chip in button, make a child happy, and I'll make sure that these next games make you happy.